Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. So, Gunther recently named his Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers, and the list is very interesting. Now, for me, when I hear pro wrestlers, I hear kind of the whole spectrum of all wrestlers, not just entertainers. When I hear Mount Rushmore of WWE superstars, I think more for sort of entertainment style. Like pro wrestlers are encompassing all types of people. Pro wrestlers could be from New Japan, could be from NWA, could be from WWE, right? Could be from all sort of walks of the professional wrestling space. And I think when you say pro wrestler, you're more focused on the in ring action and the technical ability and the actual matches themselves rather than the full picture. When I hear someone talk about the Mount Rushmore, really of WWE superstars, then I'm thinking kind of the full picture. I'm thinking of ticket sales. I'm thinking of longevity. I'm thinking of money made. And so that's kind of the distinction I make between Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers and Mount Rushmore of WWE superstars. I also love this debate of Mount Rushmore because it's never ending. It's really a very personal and subjective opinion about who you emotionally connect to and why. And especially for wrestlers who are active today, a lot of their Mount Rushmores are who they kind of built their or tailored their in-ring style off of. And Gunther has a lot of old school style. And Gunther has been around the block a very long time. He's a big fan of like real gritty professional wrestling. That's why the ring is sacred. That's why he is the ring general. He loves hard-nosed hitting professional wrestling, really rough and tumble stuff. Not a lot of this choreographed bullshit that you might see nowadays. And so thinking of that, Gunther named these four people as his Mount Rushmore: Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Kurt Angle. Again, when I hear pro wrestler, I didn't think all four were going to be WWE guys. This list seems a little fake to me from Gunther. Knowing him personally and having wrestled him and knowing kind of his style, I'm not going to give anyway personal details about his life, but knowing him personally, this seems a little bit corporate. This seems a little bit too WWE for my liking, for really believing that this was Gunther's actual Mount Rushmore. And I don't know the interview or where he stated this at, but I do know that these are his four that he picked. Now, it seems also hilarious at this point that any single WWE superstar that gets asked about their Mount Rushmore all pick Triple H. Now, is that a coincidence? Because Triple H is booking them, runs creative, can really give them an opportunity to win a championship or wrestle in the main event. Triple H is that guy. So is it a coincidence that almost every single one of them is also picking Triple H in their Mount Rushmore? Because Triple H is not in my Mount Rushmore. Triple H is not in most people's Mount Rushmore, even though Triple H is a top 10, best WWE superstars of all time, just amount of championship reigns and main events and things of that nature. He's in a totally different role now as kind of the head of creative and things of that nature. But it always seems so interesting, you could say, that some of these superstars nowadays, Io Sky did it, Cody Rhodes obviously did it, Gunther did it, putting Triple H inside their Mount Rushmore, hoping that Triple H will see it, hoping that Triple H will think highly of them and potentially give them better bookings. But people like Cody Rhodes, Io Sky, and Gunther are already booked extremely, extremely well. So I'm not sure why they have to put those in there. So I think the Triple H one seems a little bit fake and pretend. I think the other three might be legit. I don't know if those is real Mount Rushmore, but I think I just don't really get the Shawn Michaels one. Maybe he's saying Shawn Michaels simply because he knows Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time. I'm hesitant on Shawn Michaels simply because it doesn't really match Gunther's style. The Kurt Angle and the Eddie Guerrero one, super legit. I think those are two of his favorites and two of the best to ever do it. Straight up, Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle, no arguments to be made there. Shawn Michaels seems a little odd because the style is so different than Gunther's style, but you can't argue with the fact that Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time. I mean, my Mount Rushmore has been pretty consistent for a very long time. It's been John Cena, it's been Randy Orton, it's been Macho Man Randy Savage, and it's been Shawn Michaels. That is my Mount Rushmore. Again, John Cena, Randy Orton, Macho Man, and Shawn Michaels is my Mount Rushmore. Gunther's is Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, and Kurt Angle. The The only couple there that I'm again, I don't really believe the Triple H one, and I just explained to you why. And I don't know if I'm really in love with the Shawn Michaels one, considering the styles are so different between Shawn Michaels and Gunther. But maybe that's kind of went out the window for Gunther when he was selecting this. He just thought Shawn Michaels is actually one of the greatest of all time. I mean, I consider him. He's in my Mount Rushmore. And I guess when I was active as a professional wrestler, I didn't actively wrestle in the same style as Shawn Michaels. So maybe that's kind of where Gunther's at. Maybe our headspace is kind of in the same spot. Just knowing, ultimately, looking at Shawn Michaels, his body of work, he is one of the greatest to ever do it, and I think so as well. And so there you have it. That is Gunther's Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers. Very interesting to always see Triple H pop up on these lists, considering he is the head booker and head of creative for WWE right now. But I love the Mount Rushmore conversation. Let's keep it coming. Drop your Mount Rushmore in the comments down below. Then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.